This is a story about the first time I went out with a bald guy. I was only in my 30s and I'd never considered dating someone who was bald because I'd been married since I was fairly younger. I had been with my first husband since I was fairly young. So once I got singled up, I met this guy. And when I met him, he had on a cowboy hat. And Lord knows I love a man in a cowboy hat. And he had cowboy boots on, dirty ones too. And I was like, oh yes, this is the one. So they called for a ladies' choice and I ended up asking him to dance. And I was just like, whew, be still my heart. I found out he had a horse. Oh my gosh. So the next week, he was back out at the dance again, and we decided to go out and get something to eat afterwards. And I had no idea that he was bald because he had on that cowboy hat and he had so much thick hair that was sticking out from under it that I thought he had a whole head full of hair. You know, it never occurred to me that he was bald. And so we decided, I had some people with me and we were all going to go out to get about to eat after the dance. And so he wanted me to ride with him, and I let my cousin drive my vehicle, and we're all going out to Waffle House or something. Well, lo and behold, when I got in his truck, first off, I was like, oh my gosh, it was a hot mess. And he was like, this ain't my truck, it's my daddy's truck, and mine's nicer than his, you know. I was like, okay. And then the next thing, as he was got in the truck, he took his hat off, and lo and behold, to my dismay, he was bald on the top. And I was just like thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this, you know. Well, the next thing that happened was I found a flyer for Cowboy Church in the truck, and my heart just melted. And I was like, well, maybe I'll give him a chance. And the more I was around him, the more I liked him and felt attracted to him. And it wasn't no time at all before I didn't even notice that he was bald on top. But, you know, unfortunately, he did the thing that a lot of guys do that are thin and balding, which is to try to cover that up by growing longer hair and wearing a hat. At the end of the day, I got him later on down the road to cut his bozos down short.